Tiers have returned. Center attacking midfielders, the facilitator, the provider, the creator. Roll the intro. What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Feels good to say that out loud. If you like the tiers system, make sure to drop some love on the content. A like would be high-key appreciated. Feed the algorithm. And if you could, let me know how you feel about some of these center attacking midfielders. If you'd like to be featured in the next video, hit me with center mids and holding mids. I want to put that together ASAP. Quickly for criteria, I've got 50 center attacking mids that I see frequently used. You're not going to see duplicates. We got the best version. You get the idea, the concept, the premise. If I left someone off, use the comments. I'll give you my opinion where they should be placed. And all of these players will be center attacking midfielders based on their default position. Bang, bang. The second coming of Pele, not the first choice or the first selection. I've gotten a lot of use out of Pele this year. I had the luxury of packing this hero foot item. That is not meant to be a flex, but it did happen. And we will see these players move and shift around at the end of the video. I do a review. Don't go anywhere. This is the first run through. I should mention, end game. You never have to replace. God tier, not far behind. Gonna get extra busy, super official. Every single weekend league, division rivals, top tier, still viable. Mid tier starts getting a little more debatable. OR, I got a lot of love for him. Would recommend playing him more so as a center mid. Oh. We have an alarm going off. I am filming at 8:15. It is an odd time for this alarm to go off. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. OR, more of a center mid or a box to box, but I got a lot of love for him. Baggio. Oh, I struggle with Baggio. I like everything about him, especially in real life. This is that Italian Brazilian, the flair, kind of got the mullet work. Long hair, don't care, facilitation, expression. I might move him, I might adjust him. I don't think that he quite gets into the God tier. And I don't know if my eyes just aren't working as well as they normally would, but I feel as if this is looking a little bit on the blurry end. Anyone know how to shift that on this tier maker? I'm giving them grade A quality images and they're compressing them. Barnes, I like him, but I have a feeling most of you will not share the same sentiment. Birdcamp, I always like to have at least at top tier. But at this point in the game, I'm not sure if that's the case anymore. Maybe not this version or iteration of Birdcamp. And it's weird with the center forwards. Some of you will bring that up. I would put them as a striker, not as a center attacking mid. I got to choose one way or the other. I only say that because the higher rated Birdcamp items are in that position. It is relevant, I promise. Laurent Blanc, I don't think that he's going to retain or gravitate towards that top tier anymore. Early on in the game, he definitely is in consideration. Some of you might even try to stretch him to a God tier player again. Holding mid or classic center mid, when you're pushing him forward and he's chasing back. The game just surpassed him, and I feel like that about so many icons this year. I just don't see them in rotational, and it's not by accident. Diaz, and I have a lot of love for Diaz, but at the moment, top tier is the final decision. Bruno Fernandes, same situation. Again, would be more of a center mid or a holding mid, but I'm trying to be strong here and a little more particular with giving out these God tiers and end games. We got a lot of upgrades. Just speaking of, Coutinho, I don't love his price point, but I do love what he offers you on the virtual pitch. I'm really close to trending more in this end game position. I might give him the benefit of the doubt, some Brazilian bias, just happy to have him back to playing and performing. Don't mind watching in the Premier League. KDB has to be top tier. Not a lot of room for movement there. It does better than the middies. Doesn't do enough to be a God tier player unless you're going after the 96, the team of the year version. Now we'd have a different discussion. Some key upgrades. Odegaard. Got a lot of love and appreciation for Odegaard. I've been able to wiggle and work, sidestep, give you some of that Gucci rerun, designer wordplay, those dummy runs. Moments of brilliance. Dempsey, I think I have an American bias. I'm just going to throw that out there. But I just used him over the last weekend league, and I was putting in work. If you haven't seen the video, watch the previous video. Tell me I'm lying. Draxler, I wish that he never went to PSG. He's going to go into the mid-tier. I just feel that he had so much potential. just doesn't get the minutes at PSG, and it just makes me sad. Even though he's getting paid a buttload of money. Maybe it shouldn't affect me at all. Elmas! I used him for a couple weekends, and I really enjoyed using Elmas. And for that reason, we're going to go into the top tier. It's not right. We're going to put him into the middies. Fakir is a weird one, because we had his earlier item that was an absolute monster beast, but some of that was based around timing. This item is better than his previous item, but the game has also shifted. Still going to throw him to the God tier. If that wasn't clear cut. Phil Foden, English potential. Not quite to the world-class level. Top tier feels right. Havertz is going to join him. Kind of a unusual or unorthodox player just because of his body type. He's kind of lanky. He's tall. Doesn't necessarily fit into the meta just perfectly. Kaká. And we've made videos talking about icons. I'm leaning towards the God, but I might reposition to the end. We'll see. I'm not so certain. I'm already backtracking. Kaká's moving up. I just feel that Kaká's at a higher level than OR, Dempsey, and Fakir. That's how we have to do this. Compare and contrast. Lucas Mora, God tier. Even though I would run him on the wings or as a striker. Probably not a center attacking mid. Mane, I love him. I don't know why he doesn't get more appreciation or recognition. Maybe he'll move around. Again, end of the video. I like to look at the full scale of everything. Maradona all day, every day. No denying. Cunha, okay. Join the long list of the top tier. Thomas Muller, still my favorite version, but I don't think he can get himself out of the middies. I completed him. Morrison, player that didn't hit his potential, in my opinion. Happy that he's still a professional, but still going into the mids. Mason Mount is an in-betweener. Might be a center attacking mid. Some of y'all force the usage rate, but he's not great as a holding mid, a center mid, or center attacking mid, or a winger, or a striker. Mukhtar is currently coming off the bench for me. I'd like to argue that he'd be in the God tier, but I think that's a stretch. Nani, I've put him into a couple weekends. I enjoy him. I feel that he definitely has a certain level of deception. Rerun of the glory years. Speaking that premium quality Portuguese. Ndembele, don't rate him. I hope you didn't complete him. Nedved, oh, I want him in the God tier. So that's where we're going to start our placement. Are we doing the most? Potentially. Can I just get a hashtag organics? We haven't ran one of those up in a minute. And Nkunku started strong this year, very strong. But I don't see him getting the same types of playing time, the same types of rotationals, the same types of upgrades or promos. JJ's going to go next to him. Love what he's able to do. The man shows up, shows out, very flashy, flair, not lacking. But there's other stats and deliverables that might leave you asking for more. Pele, all day, every day. 99 overall. We almost should give him his own category. That's where it gets tricky for this endgame scenario, is I believe all these players are endgame, but Pele's above and beyond. We're talking endgame, or Avengers level of endgame. Pozuelo, I just wanted another MLS player. Seen him used for EMLS. Might have to do a little bit of some resizing here. You're knocking off that mid-tier. Don't worry, we'll scroll up. You'll get the full view. I'm not taking away your ocean front. Marco Royce, I'm gonna slide him into the top tier, but I kind of wish that we could talk more about his newer upgrade. But then again, center forward, you understand the criteria. Gio Reyna, I want him to be better, but he's joining the middies. Riquelme, middies all day, every day. Rivaldo, I'm gonna slightly nudge him up to a top tier, but I've never loved Rivaldo. It is what it is. Ronaldinho, I am a huge fan. And I see the God, but I really want the end game. So I'm going to slot him into the end game. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We can have that conversation. Open-ended discussion. Don't just tell me I'm wrong or that I'm right. Give me some logic, some measurables, some measurements, some stats, something I can work with. Wayne Rooney. This is not the best version of Wayne Rooney. I'll just say that. I want to put him into the top tier, but I kind of feel like I'm doing a disservice to the list. His other versions, especially when you're getting into the prime, much higher. Rui Costa, gonna get him into the top, but some of you will interchange him into the middies. He hasn't really been the same over the last few years, because there was a point in time where Rui Costa was getting used and abused in a good way throughout your ultimate team. Savenir, I enjoyed using Savenir. His side to side, agile as ever, in some ways kind of like a Verratti, but in FIFA, that often leads you asking for more. I need a physical presence, a bigger body type in that position, because he's not playing as a cam. He's going to be playing as center mid, holding mid. Socrates, can't really get him into the God status, but the doctor should be on the list, should still be in some sort of rotational if you understand how to utilize him. But when he's not saving lives, he is a bit of a versatile in-betweener, which makes it more complicated to maximize his usage rate. Seedorf, again, not really my favorite. I've been using the 88 Seedorf for quite some time. Had the good fortune of packing him. Thank you very much, FIFA gods, wherever they may be. Not going to be a traditional attacking midfielder. And I don't think that he competes with the God tier or endgame center mids or attacking mids. Bernardo Silva, I'm a little bit conflicted because the game's definitely caught up to him, but Silva still gets so busy for me. And I've tried using him in multiple positions and multiple roles, and I've always felt comfortable. But am I doing a disservice, or am I being too biased to put him into the God tier? I think so. But I absolutely have full confidence with Bernardo Silva being able to finish, the composure, the passing, the responsiveness, the interactions, the engagement across the board. Smith Rowe, I know a lot of you really like Smith Rowe, and it makes me want to have him in a God tier. But again, I'm defending these top two rows heavy this time around. I think I'm going to lean him more into the top. I believe more of you will have him in this category or this tier than up front. Talisca, I just wanted to give him a shout out. If you have that early one to watch version, then you actually have an 87, but again, center forward. Still comes off the bench for me from time to time. He's kind of a club legend. I'm just going to throw that out there. Wirtz. So many stats, but I don't know that you quite get the full picture, even though on paper looks special. Zidane, all the way, jump start to the front. Again, he might be in that category with Pele as well, where they're almost one notch up, or we just should mention it or give them this public appraisal, but also the price point that matches the output. And last but not least, Mesut Ozil. I really would love to have him in the God tier because I still have this guy and I have scored so many bangers. But again, maybe too limited. Maybe doesn't give you enough dynamic play to be a little bit higher up, but it's still the best version of him that we're going to see, especially in FIFA 22. Shall we review? We start with the middies. I don't even feel there's many debatables here. Maybe Wayne Rooney, but the game has shifted. And the options have shifted, and the ability has shifted, and it's just not going to be as prevalent, this version, as it once was. Top tier. I got a lot of love for Baggio, but he doesn't join that collective. That's how I got to look at this. That's how you got to look at this. We could talk about Silva. We could talk about Smith Rowe, Wirtz, and Mesut Ozil. I would say all four of them, there is a case to be made. I'm just not going to make that case. And typically we have players going up and down. I don't know if that's going to happen today. Into the God sector. Anybody going down, anybody going up. I love OR. It makes me debate if he should maybe have that little extra helper. We got a slight Dempsey bias or a heavy Dempsey bias, but this seems about right. And as for the end game, these players all are on an elite level that's better than the God tier. I'll probably leave that there. That all makes sense to me. I'm a practical man. I make practical arguments. That's the video. Let me know your thoughts. Remember, if you have any players that you have questions about or would like to contribute to future videos, we're looking for center mids and holding mids that need to be brought into the tier system, the Dirty Mike tiers. However, we should rebrand this. But as always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.